My name is Carol Reimer, and I am the Chief Financial Officer with Sekani Family Services, and I've been with them for the last 16 years doing accounting and HR and payroll. Yeah, we're really spread out geographically. So we are looking for solutions operationally, for programs, and for accounting where we can communicate electronically in an efficient way. On the health side of our organization, we use telehealth and video conferencing extensively. So, for example, one of our doctors lives in the Lower Mainland in the Vancouver area, and once a month he comes out to community, but the other 3 weeks of the month he is available by telephone or video conference to help patients. So we would have a patient in one of our reserves, say in Tekla Lake First Nations, which is about 7 hours flying time from Vancouver. So Dr. John would get on the video conference, and the nurse and the patient would get on the video conference in Tekla, and they would have a medical visit. They can do ultrasound, they can do eyes, nose, scopes, all those sorts of things with a special technology that we've implemented up there. Years ago, when Adagio first came out, we implemented Adagio because it was simple to use, easy to use. And unfortunately, we had to move away from Adagio when we had some obligations from our contracts. But now Adagio's moved, ahead, years ahead, and I would like to move back to Adagio for those same reasons. Easy to use. So my staff will, I think, the transition over will be fairly painless for them. It will also allow them to do more than what they're doing now. One of the reasons that I'm unhappy with my current provider is just that lack of dynamics of updates that are moving ahead. And our organization is moving ahead, and I want the accounting field not to be left, or the accounting department not to be left behind the organization that's moving ahead. And so I see the, just the thing that Andrew talked about yesterday, the electronic documents. I was like front and center with that, saying, oh, that looks like something that I want to do. That would be really, really helpful for us. We get a lot of our documents electronically, and we do that same thing. They're emailed to us. We print them out, we write on them, we process them. I'd like to get away from that step. I'd like to somehow have those documents to be able to be imported in electronically without having to print them out again. That would be a real time saver for us. If I was to talk to another First Nations about moving to Adagio, I guess I would say to them that it's fairly simple to use, very user friendly. Things make sense in the system, using the batch system. It's very easy to follow what is happening. So there's a lot of small First Nations, not a lot with a small accounting office, and so the easier you can make the accounting system for them, the better that they're going to, the better set of books that they're going to have at the end of the year. So cost savings all around for them. One of the things that I have found in coming to SoftTrack is the ability to talk to Andrew directly. So one of the things that Andrew mentioned in his keynote the other day was if you want something implemented, go around and talk to everybody, and then when we get around the table, I'll have 15 people in my organization that are all saying we should implement this because everyone's talking about it. And I went up and I spoke with Chris, I believe his name is one of your programmers, and I said, I'd really like encumbrance accounting. And he said, Andrew and I were just talking about that. And I said, really? And I just kind of played along because I'd already just been talking to Andrew about encumbrance accounting, so I was working my way around the room. And so the ability to talk to the people who design and do the product, I think is a real plus for this organization. You can feel like that you can make a suggestion that would work for your business, and it will be taken seriously, and you'll see it rolled out in the product in the next few years. I work with Ken Aberdeen out of Kamloops, and he has been so helpful in getting us information. We've had telephone calls with our whole staff where he'll come into our system and show, look at our system, how it's working. He'll bring the SoftTrack system up and he'll show us how SoftTrack works, and we've been able to compare back and forth. So we've actually done an analysis of our workflow and an analysis of SoftTrack workflow, and then looked at places where it's different, and we've been able to go back and brainstorm about, well, how would we do things differently so that we worked with this, or how does SoftTrack need to work to be able to work into our system. So Ken's been really helpful in sort of looking after that part for us. And as well, he's just been great. I've asked him 101 questions and he's had 101 answers for me, and he's always helpful to ask or to answer more questions for me. Oh, I like the unpost thing, because occasionally we all make mistakes. So I do like that feature.